Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be installing a Android screen on the Ford Focus. There's several reasons why I want to do this. I don't know if you're familiar with Fords, but every time you reset the battery you have to put in this code, and obviously if you bought the car like I did, you don't have access to this code, which means you can't use the radio. It's really annoying. And the radio is old anyways, it's clunky, so I thought let's modernize it. It has CarPlay with it. So I'm mainly going to be getting this for CarPlay purposes, which means I'm not going to use the GPS antenna and the other stuff. So really I'm just going to plug in the screen and that's it. Luckily with the Ford, it's really easy to do. Probably the easiest install I've done. You remove the plastic trim. That will then expose 4 different bolts. These are Phillips heads, I believe. It's very straightforward. You remove the screws and then you put in the new screen. However, there was something very interesting that I found out, which you might come across as well, and I'll show you that near the end of the video. For the screen, I have bought the cheapest option that has CarPlay, so it only has 2 gigs of RAM and low storage, whatever. The reason for that, again, is I'm using it mainly for Apple CarPlay, and this car is not really worth me buying the most expensive, 8 gig RAM machine, screen. You must do the same thing I did, because really and truly most people just use CarPlay. As you can see here, I'm now removing the screen. There's only 2 wires in the back. The main big square one that brings power, and then you have the antenna. For the antenna, you just have to put in the adapter like I did here. And then all you've got is the other adapter, which connects from the big square cord down to a smaller one which connects onto the screen. With that being plugged in, you're basically done. Now, you might face a similar issue to me, where the screen won't turn on. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to figure out why the screen isn't turning on, because everything's on, all the power's on. And to be honest, kind of was hopeless. I was going to return the screen thinking it's not working. But then I figured out something very interesting. Alright guys, so we've got the screen installed, yeah? But look at this, so switch on, put a switch on, lights on, this doesn't turn on. And I'm thinking, wow, is this broken? Like, what's happening with it? But then, put on any light, soft beam or high beam, and voila. But then, turn these off. So weird. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I can't turn on my radio until I turn on my lights. That is very interesting.